Here we have my titanium mug by Snow Peak. I got the nice blue color from REI in the US. And I like that. It's lightweight, it's good size, and the handles fold in, which is handy for packing away. The titanium MSR cooking pot. That is something we've had for a really long time and always use on our trips. And I cooked with the MSR stove, which comes in its little bag. Unfortunately, that version comes in a bag rather than a hard container. So I stored it in my cup. But that stove, it lights itself. So you just flick the guy when you've turned the gas on and the gas will light, which is really handy. I had a lighter just in case. The MSR titanium spoon. We have a headlight by Night Core. It's rechargeable. It's got 3 levels of white light and 2 levels of red, kind of flashing red. And that's a strap from some other headlight we had sitting around. That's just a lot more lightweight than what it came with. So it's rechargeable. Charge lasts quite a long time. It charges quickly. And that came from the United States. And then a sandfly net in that blue bag. I'm not sure who that's by. I do recommend a sandfly net. It's super light, and I didn't use it a lot, but it was really helpful when I did use it. And the locator beacon. I didn't take any kind of system to text when you don't have service like the Garmin and Reach, which we do have, but neither one of us used it on Aotearoa. But definitely a locator beacon. In my opinion, something like the InReach does not replace a locator beacon. You can have both. But to really be sure that you can get help when you need it, take a locator beacon. For my water filtration, I used the Be Free water bottle made by Catadine. That is the 1 liter version. It's collapsible. In New Zealand, one can only get the 600 milliliter version, but that one came from Australia. I was able to find it in Australia, and they sell it in the US at REI and places. I really like that filter bottle. One can just drink from it directly, and it works pretty well. And yeah, the 1 liter version is good. I like that it collapses, and because most of the time one isn't using it, and it can just be stored away until you need to filter. And then I did describe these in a previous video, the Outdoor Research rain mittens that were an impulse buy very close to before I started. And they came in handy a few times. Just kept my hands a little bit warmer or drier. Sometimes they just got too wet themselves, but yeah, very lightweight, easy to carry. So I was happy to have those. And then the high vis vest, which I got at Bunnings, which is a big outdoor or do-it-yourself warehouse here in New Zealand. And I do recommend having something high visibility, bright like that, for walking the roads. I didn't have it on the South Island. Probably could have used it there too. And it's just a small vest. They make different sizes. It's not too heavy, and one can just get a little flexible with it. I never wore it as a vest. Would have been too warm. And then you wouldn't see it from behind. So lots of times I just had it tied around the bottom of my shoulder strap on the backpack, so it kind of hung down, and so one would be able to see it from the front or the back, and I could just pull it up in front of me as sort of a patch of bright day glow yellow, screaming yellow, so that drivers could see me that way. Here is my rain gear. Here is my rain jacket, the Arc'teryx. I don't remember the model right now. It's really lightweight, is very comfortable to walk in, and it worked very well against the rain. The only day I think I got wet underneath while wearing it was that day where it rained the entire day and rained hard on the first day of the Queen Charlotte trek going to Portage. My clothes were damp or wet underneath. But otherwise, on just a normal rainy day, my clothes stayed dry underneath. I really like that jacket. And I used it a lot as a wind jacket, or just when I finished for the day and it was getting cold, I could put that on, stay warm for a little bit. That one I did buy from REI on sale. One can buy it in New Zealand. Not in this nice color though. They are not inexpensive. They are quite expensive. But Arc'teryx makes really good products. This is that rain skirt that I only ended up wearing twice and should have worn a few times more. It's super light. See, it just Velcros. Has some little bit of Velcro down it. Oh, it's a rain kilt, not skirt. And then this elastic that you put around your waist and wear. It's reasonably long, but easy to walk in. It just keeps the bottom of you nice and dry, and that water from running down your legs all the time. So I did like the rain kilt once I remembered I had it. And I meant to mention that my Fizon poles, those just came from Kathmandu here in New Zealand. And oftentimes Kathmandu has a sale. You can get them on sale. And they're reasonably lightweight. Here is my food bag. I used a Sea to Summit dry bag, and I used the really big 20-liter. Not that I wanted to fill it up 20 liters, but the 13-liter bags are more narrow and long and didn't fit nicely in the top of my pack. So this round one, I could fit into my pack really well. I could just put it in, sort of move it around to fit the top, and then get the air out and close it. Now, with your food, I recommend a decent dry bag or some kind of bag that has a good strap, because in huts, there are huts where there are mice and rats, and you should hang your food. So you want something that's gonna has a stronger material probably, and that will hang well from their nails, or there are just different places one can hang a food bag in huts. Also in my tent, I always made sure that there was no food in my backpack whatsoever, or in my pockets, because I carried food in my pockets. Made sure that all my food was back in the dry bag and closed that up. Obviously I can't hang it in the tent. I read comments here and there where people said mice chew through their tent to get food. Never happened to me, and I think having a good solid dry bag may have helped prevent that. Another piece of equipment that I used, obviously, was the phone, which my phone is an iPhone 12 Pro. I did everything on the phone as far as making the movies go. I had downloaded some royalty-free music before I started. I filmed from there, and I used iMovie, which comes with the phone, to make the videos. To keep my phone safe, I used this case. It's black. I really don't like black, but it's all I could get. It's by Mouse, M-O-U-S, and it's supposed to be very strong, and it's a fall drop proof. Yeah, because it was in my fanny pack and it rained a lot, I kept zipping open the fanny pack, and this got wet and eventually wore off just this little trim, which I think is decorative more than anything. This is supposed to be magnetic. It's not a strong magnet. I Velcroed it together. That Velcro, yeah, I wouldn't even want to take it off just to make sure the Velcro stays sticky, but the Velcro worked really well. I didn't really have to test the drop properties. I've dropped it here and there maybe. But the thing I really liked about this case is it comes with, well, it doesn't come with, one can buy a wrist strap with it. So when I filmed, I always put this on my wrist strap, on my wrist first, even if I was just standing there doing an intro, just to be in the habit. But as you will have seen, occasionally I filmed over a tall bridge. Definitely don't want to drop the phone. When I was practicing filming and walking, just here at home, and with a different case, I accidentally flung my phone kind of a distance. Phone was fine, and it dropped where it was fine, but that could have been really bad in some parts of where I walked. So I didn't want to do that. So this cinches down on your wrist. It's made for this case, so it's got a specially designed place to put that in. So it should always stay strong. So yeah, I liked the Mouse case. And so it would stay covered. And one can, as I said, just Velcro it together if you're concerned. I've just got an emergency contact in here and such. One could just prop it up to watch stuff if you wanted to, just like any case that folds up. And iPhones are water resistant anyway, so they're fine to get wet in the rain.